Good morning, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Your soul is in the right place at the right time. You are welcome here, and we're going to sing about that. We have Bejan, Marie, Soul Light Connection.
That's right. Okay, here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. In the right place. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. My soul. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. My soul is welcome. And your souls are welcome.
Your soul is welcome here, SLC.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed. I'm getting the message. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. My soul
Hey, your soul is welcome here, SLC. Internet community, we see you and we say your soul is welcome here. We know you're there.
My soul.
My soul.
Yeah, go.
My
My
soul.
soul is welcome here.
Your
My
soul.
soul is welcome here.
My
My
soul.
soul is welcome here.
Hey, soul.
My soul
Here we
is
go.
welcome. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul
Is welcome. Hey, 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 hey.
Well, good morning, Reverend Deborah. Good to see you this morning, as our souls are welcome here.
And good morning, Reverend James, and good morning. And we greet you this morning in the name of all that is good, all that is holy, and all that is sacred, and in the warm and loving energy of this community, Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center welcomes all people worshiping in mosques, churches, temples, stone circles, and the beautiful temples of nature, because we know that there is no space that God does not grace. If you're with us for the very first time today, online or here in person, we especially want to welcome you because we know that you are not here by accident. We are all here by
Divine appointment.
And we're always just so excited to be able to come together, whether it is online or in person. And we're also extremely excited when you silence your electronic devices. And please refrain from flash photography during the service.
Well, at this moment, let us keep our appointment with the Spirit of the living God as we commune with this presence. And recognize that this presence is for us always. It is supporting us, directing us, when we're open and receptive to it in our life. And it's reminding us that there's one presence, one reality, that's divine love itself. And all of his offspring are there as the wind beneath our wings. There's a peace that passes all understanding. There's a health, a wholeness, a vitality, a vigor. There is all that is perfect waiting for us to express it in our world. So we raise our awareness to be one with this presence and allow it to have its way with us. And as we do, upliftment happens within our life. Transformation happens. We attract that good and we express that good in this world. We are reminded that we are the way the Spirit of God gets around in this dimension. For it needs us to shine its light where there may be darkness in any place. So we're grateful to be these vessels and vehicles of this presence to anchor the all good in our world. And we say thank you, divine presence. And we say so in the name and the nature of the Spirit of the living God. Amen. Well, we have a very important purpose here at Spiritual Life Center that's reflected in our mission statement. That mission statement is as follows. I invite you to join in as we affirm it together. To transform lives as we love, serve, and remember. And we carry out that purpose and mission through these 5 basic universal principles that we believe in and make part of our awareness and consciousness. Again, let's embody them as we speak them aloud. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
And of course, we have some nice action happening on Wednesday nights. This week will be Reverend James' third and final, for now, meditation series of the meditation series. And what can we expect?
Oh, continuing deepening our connection with what is and just being centered and getting better and better at the practice, because it's practice. So we practice some more as a group.
And I think that's what I'm appreciating most about this, is that the emphasis on it's a practice, and it's going to maybe take a few more times. So.
Maybe a lifetime. We never get it quite right all the way.
And we have the Quantum Living class coming up, and Elaine Laroa has some information about that class.
Good morning. Hello, my Spiritual Life Center family and friends. Most of you already know that I'm currently your SLC Operations and Finance Manager. But 9 years ago, when I first walked into SLC, I was navigating a major midlife crisis. I had just left a 14-and-a-half-year committed relationship. I left a career to move back to California because my father's cancer was back, and someone needed to run the family insurance business. I was emotionally and financially stressed about the changes in my life and all the messiness involved in unconscious uncoupling from another human being, that my physical body expressed my emotions dis-ease with psoriatic arthritis flare-ups, that on my best days I was in chronic pain, and in my worst days unable to get out of bed. I remember my first time I walked into SLC. And I cried when I heard the welcome song, because I felt in that moment I had found my spiritual home. And I know this is not a unique experience. But back then, if I was sitting where you are today, and someone would come up to the podium to say, I would like to invite you to a class where nothing and no one is against you, I would have strongly disagreed, and I would have had mounds of evidence to the contrary, because I certainly, from that perspective, at that moment in time, had many things and many people against me, including my own self, my own body, my own experiences. But thank God, that's not where it ended. And even through this walk of this spiritual community, how ironic, I now think, that I am an emphatic promoter and an even certified quantum living Q coach for this community, which is about the art of nothing and no one is against me, which takes a practice to master. And why do I love the quantum practice? It's because it's steeped and grounded in the intersection of where science meets spirituality. Einstein said, the most important decision we will make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe. In the 6-week course, we will explore more deeply the science around that 5-unity principle. Our thought creates our reality. So quantum living training and the 21-day quantum process is based on a multidisciplines of sciences, neuroscience, quantum physics, and spiral dynamics. And for me, being drawn to the Q was because it was heavily based in science, because had I been one of the 12 disciples, I would have been doubting Thomas. You have to show it to me and see it, and I had to experience it. And I can tell you in my journey and the multiple times I have taught this class, I can tell you that this works and there's transformation in it for you. So Werner Heinsberger, the father of quantum physics, once said, "The first gulp from the glass of natural sciences will make you an atheist. But at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting." So I invite you to join me for a 6-week transformational experience of quantum living. So I hope it starts on May 3rd, and I look forward to having you there.
Thank you, Elaine. Just a reminder, next week we'll have a special town hall meeting. An in-person invitation will be sent to you with the agenda from the SLC members. It'll be mailed this afternoon if it hasn't been mailed already. And if you're not on our mailing list, we invite you to do so, or you can go to get copies of the agenda from our Eventbrite page. And of course, you can find details of the town hall meeting on our website, and it's going to take place next Sunday at 1 o'clock after our 11 o'clock service.
It's going to be a productive meeting. And then we have a jewelry sale coming up, right, Reverend Janee?
That's right.
Yay.
That's right. Excuse me. That's right. We have our marvelous jewelry sale coming up. And it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, May 6th and 7th. On the 7th, Sunday, it will be after both services. And also on the 14th, which is Mother's Day, if you need a last-minute little gift for Mama, we'll be here for you. I wanted to thank all of you who have already donated jewelry. We have some really lovely things, and we're really excited about getting it out there. But I also wanted to ask if any of you are doing your spring cleaning and you have any jewelry that's collecting dust that you no longer wear anymore, we would gratefully receive that for our jewelry sale. And I just want you to know that all the proceeds from this jewelry sale go to supporting our YOU, our Youth of Unity. And just this last Friday night, we had a wonderful meetup with teens, not just from Spiritual Life Center, but from the Western region. And on May the 13th, which is a Saturday, SLC will be hosting the one-day rally for our teenagers on the whole Western region. And we're so excited about that. So I just want you to know that the funds go to a wonderful cause, and I want to thank you again for all the ways that you support our kids. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Janee.
I remember that there are many activities here at Spiritual Life Center that transform our lives. And so check out our small groups and other offerings, and to discover all the happenings at SLC. If you're here on campus, you can go out to the courtyard, look at the bulletin board, chat with the ladies at the hub, and of course, anything that you might want to know in terms of events or be on our website.
Well, one of the things we seek to do at Spiritual Life Center is provide a place for people to connect with one another through our classes, workshops, social events. But you don't have to wait. You can connect with someone right now. So turn to a friend or a neighbor and in a manner that feels comfortable for you to greet them and say, "You are marvelous and glad you are here."
All right, everybody. We're going to teach you a new song today. It's another beautiful song from Karen Drucker. And you're just going to fall right in line, I'm sure.
We'll teach you.
Yes, it's going to teach you.
This is how it goes. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine.
Very good. You already know it. Okay, so let's sing it. Let's sing it. Come on together.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine.
Very good. So please stay with me. Lorraine's going to go somewhere else. But if you can go with her, go.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it be mine. I do believe I will receive, and you'll have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest goal, then it will be mine. It'll be mine.
Here we go.
I do believe I will receive. And I have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. Anything I want, it will be mine.
And I'll say that again.
Anything I want, it is mine. Perfect health, it is mine. Yes, perfect health, it is mine. Joy and peace, it is mine. Joy, hey, it is mine. I said peace, it is mine. I said peace, it is mine. I said love, it is mine. I say love, it is mine. If it serves my highest good, it is mine. If it serves my highest good, it is mine. Last time. If it serves my highest good, it is mine.
Yes.
Ms. Bejan
Okay.
leading us on that one.
take a nice deep breath together and claim all that good. And let's also claim our vision statement for ourselves, for our friends in the community, and for the entire world. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. And now Larie's gonna take us into this beautiful chant, joy and peace in my heart.
I am one with God, and I know the truth. I am one with creation and one with you. There is no separation between all that is. I am one. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. I am healed. I am
As we move into this time of meditation, let's breathe together. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in the vibration of that beautiful chant. Music is the perfect grounding for meditation. It touches our soul, opens our hearts, and prepares the sacred space within us for communion with our Creator, our God. Joy and peace in my heart, my mind, my life. God revealed. I am healed. God revealed. Breathe that in, deep into your belly. God revealed. Breathing in and breathing out. With each breath, softening. With each breath, relaxing. Your body, your mind, your entire nervous system, relaxing into the warm embrace. So as you breathe, bring your attention to your heart. Your beautiful, beautiful heart. And begin breathing through your heart. Breathing in through the front of your heart. And breathing out through the back of your heart. Feeling the fluidity of you. And as you continue to breathe, feel your heart space expanding, expanding with love, joining with all hearts, immersed in the one heart, God's heart. Resting in this heart space, we notice what's already here, always here, fully present. Sensing this presence, fully surrender and give all of yourself to this presence. God revealed. Wisdom dwells here, and she offers herself through your open heart. Feel your Creator, your God, in this very moment. One with our Creator, we can meet life as it is, just as we are. Accepting life as it is creates the space for movement, for change, for miracles. Love is fluid, and in this love, all are welcome. Everyone matters. Judgment fades into compassion, and we experience our oneness. Every cell of your being knows its sacredness and embodies its wholeness. And our heart knows this presence in each other and in all of creation. All of creation comes forth to meet us. And the blessing is in the joining. Presence meeting presence. God meeting God. We're touched. We're touched at depth by life, by God. Love moves through us freely and naturally. God loves the world through you and through me. And it's through this loving that we are blessed. Miracles abound. As we move into the silence, rest here in your beautiful heart, immersed in the love of your being, the love of your God. In this very moment, we know the truth of our being, God revealed. Grounded in you, God, we can't wait to see what miracles you have in store for our lives. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
There is a power deep within your soul, creating each and every flower. It's the breath that makes us whole. No, it's the source that all that's real. It's the beauty that you feel when you claim it, and so it is. All your dreams are flowing right to you, no matter what seems to be real, though you know it's passing through. Say that I'm walking by faith, and I know all is right. Yes, I claim it, and I know it, and so it is. There ain't nothing more that needs to be said. I just speak my words and rest my head on the shoulders and the claim it. Hold it in your heart and believe it. Right where you are, that's where you start. Release the reason your dreams can become reality, and let the Spirit move you. Reclaim your majesty. Be free. We are free. Let yourself be free. We can have anything that we want if we just let the Spirit be free. All the joy, compassion, and love, oh, it's yours when you have the vision to see. All the powers is within you, and you claim it, and you know it, and so it is. You got to claim it, and just know it, and so it is. And so it is. We are free, and so it is. Just claim it and know it. So it is.
Truth revealed, and so it is. And Bejan is the truth. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you so much for creating that energy field. I ran across a story a while back, kind of anecdotal story. And it was something that baffled, the scientists, the medical community. It was about a hospital that had medicineless medicine. And in this particular anecdote, there was a patient there that had a cancerous tumor. And some practitioners came, 3 of them, just to surround the individual, and they joined in unison along with the patient. And they were just saying these 3 words: "It's already done." And they said those words over and over and over again. It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. And after doing this for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, seemingly without any process of reasoning, the tumor disappeared. Like I said, it baffled those who were there. They really can't explain it at all. We've heard about places where individuals have instantaneous remissions and so forth. And when those things happen, we ask ourselves, was that a miracle? Was that a miracle? When we think of miracles, we usually think of something supernatural happening. Some sort of divine intervention coming in from the outside that somehow overcomes the natural order of our entire universe. But we understand how our universe is formed and how it works. There's no miracles in that sense. A miracle is nothing more but an instant demonstration of that which is real, an instant demonstration of that which is eternal, that is changeless. So in this instance, when those 3 practitioners and that patient had come to an agreement that there was a dimension where the healing had already existed. There was a dimension where the cancer did not exist. And so they worked from that premise and realized that in the mind of God, there's only wholeness. And so what they did, they lifted their vibration and claimed that wholeness. So in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, that illness, which is not existent in the mind of God, it was a fact, but it was an appearance and not the ultimate reality. It was not the ultimate truth of that individual. So we're asking ourselves today, are we open to a miracle by being grounded first and foremost in truth? You know, for so-called miracles to show up, we must start and be grounded with this primary principle, the principle of oneness, the principle of unity, that says there's only one power, that says there's only one presence, there's only one life, there's only one love, and that is everywhere present, in its fullness, simultaneously, everywhere. And we realize that this one presence is always in a state of wholeness. It's never in a state of dis-ease. And so our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to come into awareness of that. And when we see from that perspective and put all our faith, all our energy into that truth, in an instant, truth is revealed as an instant demonstration of what is eternal and real. And like those who are part of that medicineless medicine hospital, what showed up is what we might call a miracle. Now understand, a miracle may not show up as a physical change or an external change. It can be. Most people think about that as being a miracle. But the real miracle takes place when there's a change in us. There's a change in our perspective. For those familiar with A Course in Miracles, you know it says a miracle is when we have a change in perception and we begin to see new possibilities. I recall I was watching or listening to a talk or a presentation, maybe more like a testimony of a woman named Amy Purdy. And she was a young woman who had this dream of becoming a world-class snowboarder. But Amy's life suddenly took a turn for the worst in her mind. You know, she had been diagnosed with some untreatable, unexplainable disease that she ended up losing her spleen and a kidney. She lost hearing in one ear. Both of her legs had to be amputated below the knee, leaving her dream of being that world-class snowboarder completely shattered. Understandably, she went in great despair. But once she accepted the facts over time that here is my situation, and didn't fight it, didn't resist it, she had a revelation. And in that revelation, she had made a decision to move forward. And in moving forward, she said she had to let go of the old Amy and embrace her new self. And she began to see possibilities rather than limitations. So she partnered up with an expert in prosthetics who manufactured them, created them, designed them. And together they created artificial legs for her and feet that would allow her to snowboard again. And they had to do something very unusual because obviously it was a very rigorous activity she was going to be in, so the normal stuff wasn't going to work. So in this process, they decided to get creative with it. At least she decided to get creative with it. She said, you know, I'm kind of short, so I'm going to make myself taller, you know, with this prosthetic. You know, they can never find shoes that fit my feet. So I'm going to create the prosthetic that would fit the perfect shoes for me. And all those shoes that I've always been wanting to get, I can now get them on sale. Now, getting to that point wasn't easy. But she persisted, and eventually she won 2 World Cup gold medals in snowboarding and became the highest-ranked adaptive female snowboarder, and eventually founded a not-for-profit organization for people with physical challenges so they could participate in action sports. It was an inspiring story to read. But how was she able to develop such resilience? How was she able to develop such creativity to transform a devastating setback into an opportunity for a positive outcome? She had, first and foremost, a change in perception. And that opened up all kinds of possibilities for Amy's life that would not have happened without a change in how she was seeing things. The physical facts or the circumstances did not change at all. But a so-called miracle can happen nonetheless, because when we have a change in perspective, we have a redirection of our energy and our attention. And the truth of the matter is, as truth being revealed, that we are energy, a dynamic spirit that has no boundary and cannot be constricted by anything when we accept that's our real identity. There's an English author, a New Thought pioneer named Thomas Trord. And many years ago, he wrote that belief in limitation is the only thing that causes limitation. It is our belief in it. So we contemplate that for a moment. Because if we can catch this, then we will understand that we're not here necessarily to fix ourselves. Because there's really nothing to fix. There's only something to be revealed. Truth revealed. So we don't have to put anything in us. As I say, for all spiritual growth and evolvement is really about removing the blockages so that we can release the life energy. This is who we are. And this life energy that you and I are, this flowing energy that all of us are, this vitalizing force that we are, begins to requalify the places within us. The places that we think we're damaged, the places where we're holding back, the places where we do not feel like we're good enough, the places we do not feel that we don't have enough. This energy change in itself will begin to make us whole and free because we'll begin to see that. You know, Amy changed her perception of how she saw herself. She freed the energy of her imagination and created a life that one might call miraculous. And although she lost her legs, she was spiritually whole. And she realized the truth of her was not her legs. The truth of her was not anything else in the external. The truth of her, she was a spiritual being. And as a spiritual being, she can go beyond any actual or self-imposed limitations that she had. There's a lot going on in our world. You know, we can name a lot of stuff that's happening. Maybe there's a lot going on in your life. But when we see that from a God's eye view, we can see from a different perspective, and how we see the situation can change our whole attitude toward it. I mentioned earlier that I was speaking to my good friend and colleague, Reverend Jim Lee, who many of you know. He and I went to ministerial school together, and we kind of showed up the same day, the days of our interviews and hanging out, that time we were in school, and he's been one of my closest friends ever since that time. So we talk periodically, and we talk sometimes about the things that are happening in the world and the seeming turmoil that's taking place. And Jim just would say, "My God, what a great time to be alive." What a great time to be alive. Because the circumstances are bringing something magnificent in us out. We're actually loaded, we're coated with possibilities. And when we're anchored in the truth of oneness, when we're anchored in the truth of unity as a primary principle of the presence of God, we become available to what folks may call miracles. Like I said, a miracle is nothing more than a change in our perception. So we get out of predicaments, I think, today by changing our perceptions first and foremost. Of course, it doesn't mean that we don't change things that are going on that we think are unjust or can be changed for the better. We do that where it's appropriate. We take that action. But the most important thing is to change how we see it, our perception. And when we do, there's an awareness that the Spirit of the living God is our source of every good and perfect thing, and something magnificent is in our heart seeking to be expressed. This is a basic principle of truth. And that's this: God is the source of our good. God is the source. You know, as an expression of God, we don't necessarily have to rely on what we see as the source of our good. Oftentimes we look at what we see, we limit immediately. Our true source is invisible. Sometimes we look at the circumstances, the situations, the facts that we're facing, and believe those things are our source. And those things somehow determine our circumstances. They do not. They do not have the final word. There's a story in the Hebrew Bible known as Elisha and the widow's oil in the 2 Kings. And here's the basic scene. There's a widow in deep trouble. She's facing a reality, a harsh reality of losing her children, losing her kids who would be enslaved in order to pay off her debts. That was the system in this story. And so she was at her wit's end. And then suddenly there's hope that shows up. Elisha, the prophet, asked her as he shows up, he asked her, in her house, what's in her house? And she says, well, I just have a jar of oil. That's what she says. That was her perception. That was based upon what she could see. But Elijah tells her to gather up all the vessels that she can, from all of her neighbors and friends. And then after she gathers all the vessels, to start pouring the oil. And guess what happens? The oil miraculously keeps flowing until every vessel is full. She sells the oil, pays off her debts, and lives happily ever after with her children. Well, I don't know if it's happily ever after with her children. Sometimes it's challenging with the children.
Yes.
But the point of the story is this. By asking the widow to gather as many vessels as she could muster up, she was changing her perception, because when he asked her, what's in your house, he was asking her, what's in your consciousness? What are you seeing? What is your perspective? She changed her perception from a belief that her supply or her source was only what she could see to realizing her source was that invisible, unlimited substance that we call God. God is even a limited word, but anyway, that's what we call it. As I said earlier and sung earlier, there's a song about it. We sang a song by Karen Drucker earlier, but she got another song, and it goes like this, and you all may know it. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. That's a great affirmation to put in our awareness. We are here remembering that we're living, vitalizing energy vessels for this presence. Rather than just being a person or a persona, and then that really simply means we're the mask. We're just putting on, not the true self. We must realize that we're unlimited, revitalizing energy. So our place, your place, is a place of opening for the presence of this unlimited presence we call God. And it's our life. This life is our life. It is the source of our all good. And we're here to work for that source. We're here to serve that source. We're here to be available to that source. I believe this is the new definition of success. To be of service to a spiritual idea that comes from the source where there is no limit. So you and I can begin to walk through life a little differently when we realize this and have this as a perception. We carry ourselves a little differently. We have a different energetic. And we're no longer looking to the external world to give us anything. We're no longer looking to the external world to make us happy. We're no longer looking to the external world for anything. We're looking for something within ourselves that we're seeking to bring out. And so we can broadcast the all cosmic good that is in our heart. So we want to understand and add to it this basic principle of truth. And we say this over and over again, but like I said, it bears repeating. Because sometimes, it makes sense, common sense, but we're not always aware that it's not always common practice. And that's our thought. Being a mental unit of energy translates itself into our experience. Our thought translates into speech and behavior and all the things that we have in our life that we call symptoms. That's why our perception is so critical. Thus, we're able to say that we don't really experience reality. We experience our thought about reality. We experience our thought about what we're seeing. I know some of you may be Sacramento King fans. I would think so in this city. And then, they had a game the other day or last week, and there was some controversy about one of the players got stepped on as he was, going back to the other end of the court, and, they were calling all kinds of fouls and getting ejections and stuff. And I was listening to a couple of people talking about it. And one people had one perspective on it that, well, this player started it. And then the other person said, no, it was this player that started it that created that chain of reactions. So they had two different interpretations of what happened from one set of facts. Sometimes we think what we say and think we see is reality. No, what we're experiencing is our thought about it. So in a wonderful, blissful kind of way, sometimes we just have to check ourselves and see where we're thinking from. Are we thinking from a consciousness of separation and fear? If so, we need to check ourselves, because we should be thinking from a consciousness of oneness, a consciousness of abundance, a consciousness of possibilities. There's a game that I play with myself from time to time. That if some thought comes into my mind that's like a disturbance in the force, I have to ask myself, James, am I thinking from a consciousness of fear and a consciousness of separation? Or am I thinking from a consciousness of oneness and a consciousness of absolute abundance and limitless possibilities? Then I have to say, if I'm not thinking from oneness and abundance, then I need to think again. Because out of a consciousness of oneness and abundance, seeming miracles can come forth. They can spring forth because it's a different energy than if we're from a consciousness of lack, limitation, and not enough to go around. So we need to check ourselves on a regular basis and ask ourselves, is this thought I'm thinking true with the small t versus truth with the big T? There's only enough go around. There's only so many dollars in my bank account. The economy's contracting. There's a lot of fear, doubt, and worry. Oh, we're going to hell in a handbasket. But we have to see the truth. The truth is we live in an abundant universe, people by rich ideas. And if we catch the right idea, we're not subject to the prevailing thought form of our day that comes to us in the news. That life is bad, it's going to continue to bad. And what are you thinking about? That's impossible. When in fact it always can be better. With a change in perception, we realize, yes, my thoughts has the ability to translate itself into my experience. And when our thoughts are anchored, I am anchored in truth. I'm open and available to miracles. Are you open to a miracle? Yes. Are you open to a miracle? Yes. I can imagine maybe 120 years or so ago, some person coming up with the idea that, you can be in your home or apartment and you can have in front of you a screen in which you can talk to other people and from anywhere along the planet at any time during the day. And people would say, if you came up with that idea, you must be out your mind. Are you insane? But understand, the idea already existed in the mind of God. It was just waiting for a consciousness to connect with the idea. And when it's grounded in truth, that there's one presence and we connect with the divine solutions that are everywhere present, good stuff begins to happen. So as we're contemplating so-called miracles, we realize those possibilities happen when we change our perception. I was talking to a young man, I guess you could call him an activist, somewhat skeptical about how the world is going. He was talking about peace on earth, and he was wondering, before human beings become extinct, are we ever going to have peace on earth? And I said, well, yes and no. Let me explain. It simply means that the human beings that got us in this mess will not be the same human beings that will bring peace on the planet and get us out of it. And I think the same sentiment applies to any crisis. If we are to find the way forward to the new heaven, the ever-expanding good, we cannot be the same persons we were before the crisis. In other words, the human will be transformed into another level of awareness. The old consciousness will be extinct, and the new will be born. So the same is for us. There are things that we might be praying for, things we want to see happen in our life, things we want to see available in our world. But the person speaking that word, praying those words, will not be the same person that delivers them in our life. It cannot be the same. It's impossible. We'll have to be in a bigger place because it cannot be delivered by that same person that is trying to get it outside of them. It'll only be delivered by the person that is it right now. We have to be it. That's what we're about. That's the miracle. That's the miracle. That's the miracle of transformation. And so the challenges that we face today, individually or collectively, are leading us to that transformation. Of course, the challenge or difficulty of this, that in order for us to move, we have to do the work. Sometimes we have to come out from among them, as it says in the old school. You got to come out from among them. You know, we have to be moments, we have to sit alone with ourselves, talk with Spirit one-on-one and in our heart rather than something else. We need to be in tune with that. So there'll be moments we have to pray and meditate and not do what everybody else is doing or think like everybody else is thinking. People will say, what you doing? You taking that class on quantum living? You coming to that meditation? You practicing forgiveness? You going out and hanging out with the people at Spiritual Life Center? Yes. We'll come to those moments when we do come out from among them, the constant consciousness of the world, and work through whatever needs to be worked through, whatever is in our awareness, in order to free ourselves to be one in the Spirit. And people may wonder about you, but you'll be in good company because you're grounded in truth. And then you're open to the magnificent miracles that are there waiting for a consciousness big enough, bold enough, courageous enough to simply accept it. It is done. Peace and blessings to you. Well, Reverend Deborah will be speaking next week, and her title of her talk is After Enlightenment. So I imagine there's before enlightenment, then after enlightenment. She's going to tell us what happens after enlightenment. And I'm going to be doing the meditation and music by Ann Roach, our wonderful Larry Shiflett, and our Soul Light Connection. We invite you to be part of that experience next week. You know, if anyone's online, let me talk about the chaplains. You know, if you need some prayer, some upliftment, and you're going through a challenge, the chaplains are available. They wear the white stoles, and they're in the courtyard. We appreciate any of the chaplains that are here today to help us stay in high vibing consciousness. High vibe. If there's anyone that's new that's online, you can connect with us and fill out the welcome card that is online. And we can stay in contact with you to keep you informed of what's going on in our community and the things that may be online that you can take, or come here if you're nearby to be part of us. And if anyone's here new today, any newcomers here today, any newcomers want to raise their hand, any first-timers? Yes, someone way in the back right there. Yes, we see you way back. Thank you for coming here today. We affirm you, we thank you, we appreciate you. We're glad that you're blessing us with your presence, and you're getting a card that you can fill out so you can stay informed of what's going on. And if you wear the nice blue ribbon we give you, you get a special Spiritual Life Center welcome from one of our members or friends of Spiritual Life Center. So we appreciate you, and we behold the magnificence that you are. At this time, if anyone is online and would like to support us with your gift or offering, you can do so very easily. You can go to your phone and text SLC Love to 44321. It'll take you to a page where you can give by a credit card or PayPal or other ways. Or you can go to our website, slcworld.org, and give in many different ways, including by mail. Just click the Donate tab, and it'll take you through the process in which you can support this community, and we can let more and more people know about who we are and help them transform their lives. And if you're watching on any of the streaming services, just like us, comment, subscribe, share with others. And the more that we do that, the more people are aware of these teachings to help make their life a little bit better and hopefully make our world a little bit better. And so those who are present this morning that would like to give, you simply take your gift or your love offering and just symbolically raise it to the heavens and know that you're in a flow. And if you've given already, know that you're not able to ever outgive the presence of God. And there's something that whenever we give out comes back to us because we always keep the energy that we send out. So in that awareness, let's affirm our offertory blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
I've been looking at the day with my eyes wide open. I can't see it coming, but I still keep hoping. Looking at the day where I stand with an open mind, open heart, and open hands. Now I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. Let it happen in my life. Oh, now I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. I want it to happen, yeah, in my life. Looking back into my life, it's been a long, long journey. Through the darkest midnights, I kept my candle burning. In the shadows of the room, I waited patiently. The morning sun finally come, shine on me. Oh, now I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. I want it to happen, yeah, in my life. Whoa, now I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. Let it happen, let it happen, let it happen in my life. Whoa, now I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. I need it to happen, yeah, in my life. Well, I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. Let it happen, let it happen, let it happen in my life. Well, I'm ready, oh, for that miracle. I want it to happen. I said I need it to happen, yeah, in my life. Yes.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for my miracle to happen in my life. Thank you, Bejon. Thank you, Laree. Thank you, Soul Light Connection. And you always do it every week, Paula. Every week you bring the right and perfect music.
It all starts with you.
Yes, we got to start somewhere. Well, we take this time first and foremost to thank those who have gifted us with their tithe, their offering, their support of Spiritual Life Center, knowing that we're providing a place, a container for those who are seeking to grow, develop, and unfold and be the very best that they can be, knowing that that energy will outpicture itself not only in their life, but in our world. We are the way that God gets around, so we raise our vibration to be one with this presence, and we attract and we manifest seeming miracles in our life and on the very planet in which we live. We take this time to acknowledge and affirm and see the highest and best for those who have left prayers in the prayer box, recognizing there's always challenges that we face in this thing called life. Sometimes there's bumps in the road, setbacks, difficulties that we can't figure out from the human perspective. But when we release and let go and turn it over to a power greater than ourselves, no matter what we call it, we realize that it has the answer before we even know what we're praying for. This presence only knows divine and perfect spiritual solutions, which is why we can understand that statement that says, before you call, I've already answered you. So we simply raise ourselves to be one with the answer and watch how Spirit does its work and seeming miracle upon miracle begins to happen. So we go forth with this awareness, knowing that God is absolute good and working in our life. And we say so in the name and the nature of the Spirit of the living God that dwells within each and every person. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Let us take this moment now to affirm our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. I am. And all is well. I have to affirm that I can get through this talk today with all the allergy stuff going on. So let us now sing our peace song. Peace and blessings. Be open to your miracle. Hang around for some postlude music.
Choose some reggae coming on.
Positive vibes coming your way. Positive vibes coming your way. Positive vibes. Hey, positive vibes is We have come to this holy place now. Come to this holy place now. Come to this holy place now. And our hearts are open wide. Our hearts are open wide. Our hearts are open wide now. And we're singing. with the Spirit, and we sing with the Spirit of love. And we sing in the Spirit, and we sing in the Spirit, and we sing with the Spirit of love. We have come to renew our faith now. Come to renew our faith now. Come to renew our faith right now. And our hearts are open now. Our hearts are open wide. Our hearts are open wide now. And we're singing in the Spirit. We sing in the Spirit. We sing in the Spirit of love. And we're singing in the Spirit. And we share in the Spirit. And we serve in the Spirit of love. And we're ready for change to come, and we're ready for change to come, and we're ready for change to come now. And our hearts are open, and our hearts stay open. We are hearts stay open right now. Hey, and we sing in the Spirit, and we dance in the Spirit, and we live in the Spirit right now. Yes, we sing in the Spirit. We sing in the Spirit, and we're singing in the Spirit right now. We sing with the Spirit. We sing with the Spirit. We sing with the Spirit of love. Yes, we sing with the Spirit. We sing with the Spirit. Positive vibe. We sing with the Spirit of love.
Let's hear
Come on and sing.
let's hear some Russell.